Hey, welcome back to Mountaintop Homesteaders, everybody. Today I wanted to give you an update on our chicken coop, our chickens, our run, and how everything's going. The ladies, all 8 of them, are outside full-time now. They've been outside full-time for about 3 nights and doing real good. We've been down in the mid-50s at night. I'd like for it to be a little bit warmer. They are 7 weeks and 8 weeks old. But they're doing real good, So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on. While we're doing that, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and we appreciate that. So let's go take a look at the coop and see what we got going on. So on the homestead here, we're using Omelet's chicken run, and we've got the Hampel Ultimate Chicken Coop. And our newest addition right there is our automatic door opener and closer. That's from Chicken Guard. We went with the Premier series on that, and I'll discuss that a little bit further. But let's go ahead and have a walk around the coop, and I'll show you what we got going on here. Very impressed with the Omelet chicken coop, or chicken run actually. We went with a 9x9 for now. We may expand it in the future. So that gives approximately 1 square foot per chicken. We've got 8 chickens, so a little bit over. You can see we've got a little treat today. We have a watermelon they're going after today. So we've got 8 hens. We've got 2 Sapphire Gems, we've got 2 midnight Marans, a couple Ameraucana Easter Eggers, and we've also got 2 Plymouth Barred Rocks. So what I did on the run, just to fortify it a little bit more, is I did put hardware cloth around it. These are the 1/4-inch size hardware cloth. I just did that because I've read a lot on the internet about raccoons reaching through and grabbing chickens by the neck and by the head and being able to pull their heads off, that sort of thing. So we do have a few raccoons in the area, and they are out in the daytime around here. They're looking for food for their babies. So I went ahead and did that. That didn't cost too much to do that. The other thing that we've got here, which I really like, is we've got a little bit of a predator, I guess, cloth or netting, whatever you want to say. So this whole bottom here where my hand is, this is all wire also. And what I did was I got on Amazon and I bought, these are 12-inch metal stakes, and they come with a little adapter that goes on your drill to screw those into the ground. Our ground is so rocky that predators are not going to be able to dig under these up here. You can only dig a couple inches before you got bedrock that you're hitting and that sort of thing, since we're up on the mountain. So far so good. We've been out for full days where we've had no issues. I've had no signs of predators digging. We do have the foxes still coming around, but it hasn't caused any issues so far. Another upgrade I just did was I got on Amazon. As you can tell, I'm an Amazon junkie. Got on Amazon and got these solar lights. So they're dusk to dawn lights. They've got the sensor here, and then it's giving us a dull, low light on the side and the bottom. And then if it senses somebody walking by, a predator coming by, then it's going to get brighter. It's real nice just for a peace of mind. There's one of our native deer up here on the mountain, but it gives me a nice peace of mind just to be able to look out the window and I can see if, hey, something's triggered the light or not. I did do the hardware cloth around the whole side. We've got 2 visitors here. Let me go ahead and show you our visitors. I did do the hardware cloth around the whole side of the coop, like I stated. It's more of a peace of mind for me, but again, I don't want my chickens hurt when we're gone and a predator might try to get in and reach in and grab them, because they don't know a predator versus a non-predator. So next we'll get into the coop or into the run, and we'll take a look at the coop, my watering system I've got, which is very, very simple, and some other ideas what we got going on in there. I guess we're checking out the chickens today. Haven't seen the deer get that close to the coop. All right, so let's go take a look in the run. So the run kind of has an interesting way of connecting everything together. They've got these poles that run across the run in various places, and then your fencing is put together with these tabs here, plastic tabs. I wasn't really convinced in the beginning on it, but after putting it together and seeing how solid everything is, I'm really impressed with what we purchased, and I'm very happy with the predator protection and everything that that the run provides for, especially being up here. And if we're gone from the house for a whole day, then you know it's a nice peace of mind. So we can get down here and take a look at the ladies having finishing up their snack. They've eaten pretty much the whole watermelon. This was probably 25% full when we put it in here, and they did a good job demolishing it. We've got our deer over here too. She's still checking us out. Hi. So for our waterer here, I've taken a 5-gallon bucket from Tractor Supply and bought the vertical nipples. Actually, it's the horizontal nipples, I'm sorry. The horizontal chicken feeder nipples, poultry nipples, whatever you want to call them. You just drill a hole and you push those or screw those into the hole, and you're ready to go. It's very impressive. These stay really clean, and the chickens seem to have figured out how to use it really quick. So they just come up here and they just peck on there and they get their water out of it. See if we can get one of them in action here. There you go. And it does provide a good amount of water too. So on to the coop itself. This is the Hampel coop. I believe they're out of Wisconsin. It's USA made. Great construction. I love the idea that it's plastic. It keeps it really clean. I think in the long run, won't have any disease flying through the coop, won't have any wetness, that sort of thing. A couple things that we have done to it. Our chickens are younger. They're not used to climbing. They were having some issues figuring out how to use the ladder. So I cut some 2x4s out, drilled holes in them, and just wire tied them to the ladder. And they seem to do really good. They have figured out how to get up and down. They are in about 45 minutes before the coop door closes too. So they do a great job with that. The other thing we did, because it was such a steep angle, we just grabbed some rocks and put underneath the ladder here, so they didn't have such a steep angle to be able to have to climb every night and every morning and that sort of thing. So we can get inside the coop here. As you can see, we've got the 4 nesting boxes. It actually comes with 2 nesting boxes and 2 boxes for water and or feed. I went ahead and cut those open and made nesting boxes because I'm not going to have feed in my coop. It's just going to cause a mess. Up top, there are a couple perches. They haven't really used them yet, but they seem to all want to cram into a nesting box together right now. So they all use that far nesting box, and yes, all 8 of them cram in there and do their thing in that all night. We've got a nice vent on both ends. There is a side vent here that you can utilize and open and shut. I've been keeping it shut for now just because it's kind of cold outside. And the nice thing about this, we've got 3 different entry points. So this is the bigger point. I can open this up and just check on the ladies, make sure they're okay. When we get to the point of gathering eggs, we've got this one down here that goes into the nesting boxes. And these are identical on both sides, and they easily pop off for cleaning, anything else you need to do. And another feature I like, I won't open it right now, but you can actually pull this rod out on either end, and the whole top of the coop is hinged for easy cleaning. So I thought that was pretty slick. This does provide a ton of room. They say 4 to 8 hens, I believe, is what they recommend, and this is perfect for our flock of what we've got. We've got some hens that'll be pretty good size. The Marans and the, actually about 6 of them are gonna be pretty good size. The Sapphire Gems, the Marans, and the Barred Rocks will be pretty good size. The Easter Eggers will be, you know, a smaller bird, but they'll fit in here perfect. We also did buy the perch on the side. They weren't real impressed with it at first, but over time they've come to like the perch. They'll come out in the mornings and utilize that perch. We also purchased a swing for them, which they're not overly impressed with the swing, but they do use it from time to time. So I've read a lot online that you do need to train your chickens a little bit more to use the swing and how to utilize it. For the feed, I'm still using the feeder out of the brooder. This week I hope to get some of the supplies to make one of the PVC feeders. I'll be using one of the Tractor Supply 5-gallon buckets too for that. So we'll cut 4 holes in it, put a 45-degree PVC tube in there, and they'll be able to get their feed. Use that feed in the rain, the snow, the sun. That won't get nasty. And I really like the option of having the coop off the ground like this, because the ladies use this in the daytime. We had 90-degree heat last week, and when they were out here in the daytime, because I didn't have them out here at night yet, they would still lay under here and just chill in the shade that's provided, and didn't seem to have any issues. I'd come check on them and they weren't panting. They didn't have their wings out, any of that sort of thing. So they were very happy with the having the cool shade under here. So again, my wife and I are first-time chicken folks. You guys have saw my other videos of the 12 chickens that we grew out with our friends down at Moon Gap Acres, and this is our first flock of up here on our homestead. So far so good. I thought something cool was I don't know if you can see the feathers on this Maran's feet. It's pretty cool. Some Marans have feathers on the feet and some don't. So our other Maran, she doesn't have any feathers, but this one's pretty cool with the feathered feet. If you can see them here while she's sitting still. That was pretty cool. Something different. All right, last thing I want to talk about is the Chicken Guard premium door opener. I did a lot of research. Hempel does recommend this one. I wasn't sold on it at first. I'm one of those type of people that does a ton of research. Just due to the price, I was not sold on it. It's pretty pricey little thing, but they've got 3 of them. They've got a basic, a premium, and then I don't know what the top of the line is, but the biggest thing I could see between the premium and the top of the line is that the top of the line one would be a little more weather resistant, weatherproof, but they mainly talked about it having a stronger motor and being able to handle up to an 8-pound door. And our door is just plastic, so there was no need for that. What's nice about it, it does have an LED screen. I don't know if we can get that to come into focus, but it does have a screen. It's got various menu items. It's got the photosynthesis, if I'm saying that right, the eye here for the night and morning So that's what I have it set now. So the door will open and close at the proper times. It's also got a little infrared looking light that blinks every 30 seconds when the door's shut, so I can make sure that I know that door's shut. It does have the ability to be timed, or timed and using the photocell. It also has some adjustments on the photocell, which I thought were nice, that if you want it to close earlier and it's not closing early enough for you, you can change the photocell so it'll close when it's lighter and that sort of thing. So it's got a ton of options for this one. I really enjoyed that, and I like that ability that I can have it timed. I can override everything, and I can also use the photocell to close it and that. I did see some things online on other models, if you guys are looking at other models, that there wasn't an easy way to override the door opening and closing on some of the basic models. You pretty much had to untie it or turn it off, that sort of thing, to get the door to open. But so that's why I went with this model. Again, it's off of Amazon. Like I said, I'm an Amazon person, and especially during this time of the pandemic, as they call it, that they, you know, everybody's worried about this COVID-19 stuff, that being able to have your packages delivered to the front door and not have to go to the store and worry about putting a mask on and all that garbage. So that helps out a bit. So I know that was a quick video, but I just wanted to roll through it real quick and show you what we had going on in the coop and the hens and that sort of thing, and what upgrades we did. As I do more upgrades, I'll definitely do some future videos on it. We do have one cover that we purchased on the top here from Omelette to give them a little bit of shade. I've got another cover that is supposed to be in stock. It'll be a full 9-inch cover, 9-foot cover, sorry, that's coming the end of July. So that'll give a little bit more more cover for everybody, and give them a little more ability with the shade, because of course they do need some good shade up here. It does get pretty hot, but at least we do have a nice breeze that blows through all the time. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you checking out the channel and following along in our adventure as new homesteaders. I wanted to mention that. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but we are fairly new homesteaders, and we're not utilizing this as our sole means. Down the road, maybe it will be, but right now it's not our sole means for food. But it helps that you know where your food comes from, you know what you've put into the food, you know where the seeds came from, that sort of thing. So we are keeping everything organic on our homestead, including our chicken feed, and we're trying to just do the best we can with the property we have and be able to utilize the land that God provided for us. So anyways, if you got any questions, please let us know. And like I said before, we appreciate the likes and the shares and the comments that you guys leave, and I'll keep you updated on what's going on in the homestead. God bless you guys, and we love you guys.